So I'm waking up. Uh, I'm waking up really peaceful. I fell asleep after 9:30 this morning, and by the time I went to bed, my spine felt like it was, being tightened like a tightrope. My spine was just wired, and so much fear of going to sleep, fear of I don't know. But I wake up feeling really, really okay. And if it was earlier, I would like it's way too late in the day. It's really late. And if I if it wasn't so late, I would lay in bed and I know I could fall asleep again. I could make myself fall asleep again at this point, but it's way too late, right? So I maybe had 4 hours of sleep, four, maybe five, but I don't think so. Not enough time to have, no, I couldn't have had 5 hours of sleep. So 4 hours of sleep. I feel not bad. I'll see how I feel when I get up. But, God, I'm tired. I wish I could sleep longer. So, what is that all about? About not wanting to go to sleep, like God, I'd rather just do anything than go to sleep, and my life has always been like that. And I know there's something going on. I know there's a reason. It's not, afraid of nightmares. It's not anything like that. It's interesting though, because last night's the first time I really observed, like really made a conscious. I was really conscious of what was happening to me as the hours went by, and it really had to do with my brain. Like I hit a point. I don't know what time it was, 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock last night. I was out in the living room on the iPad and the TV was on, and I reached a point where you know uh my brain and spine when too much when I'm up too late. Like I just noticed this. My brain, something will happen where my brain my I can feel my spine when I'm sitting in a chair. I can feel my spine start to pull down, like from the brain and down the spine. I can feel it pulling down. There's something going on. And as time goes on, like an hour and 2 hours and 3 hours, that pulling gets stronger. And it's like someone's pulling down on my spinal cord. I wonder, what the heck? And I wonder if I got to bed at a certain time, which is just like, it's like someone would have to forcibly force me into the bed and somehow make me stay in here and make me fall asleep. Uh, like I just can't even tell you how I'm just getting worked up talking about it. I woke up so peaceful. I'm getting worked up just talking about the fear of coming back in here tonight to go to sleep. The visualization of being forced back in here, it's just upsets me so much. And it's not the room. It's because I've slept in every room in this house. It's it's some kind of terror about going to bed, and I wake up and I feel so peaceful. I've had some actual good sleep. I had at least 4 hours of sleep. I woke up, a few times, but I feel like I've had some decent sleep. And I feel quite really calm right now. Like I feel 100% different than when I went to bed last night. It feels so good to feel calm. But man, so basically today, right now, it's late in the day, but it's morning to me. And the thought of having to come back in here to go to sleep at night just terrifies me. What in the hell is that all about? I wonder, like medically, could it have anything to do with cortisol, or I think it has to do with brainstem compression. I don't know. I don't know. Later today, I want to do a test. Tonight, I guess I'll do it. I want to do a test of, I should do another video about it. I want to do a test. See, prescribed drugs affect me so profoundly, and doctors have never believed this. And I don't think I realized how badly prescribed drugs, I know that now, but doctors never believed me. But now I'm going to try to do a test with my overnight oximeter on, and show you what a small amount of a drug does to my oxygen, and we'll see if it affects my heart rate. I'll tonight I'll watch TV for half an hour with the oximeter on, and then I will take a bit of a medication and show you how it affects my oxygen. And it probably will slow down my breathing, my brain, my heart, my lungs, and actual proof of how, a drug affects respiration, adversely affects respiration. And why do I feel like I'm not making sense? And we can see that actual data. I can show you the app. I can show you the data after. My head is so itchy. I've got a rash throughout my whole head. I washed my hair last night and it's so itchy. I gotta get out of bed. I gotta get dressed and go to the store. My point is, I'll show you what a small amount of a drug actually does to my breathing. And then they used to give me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sleeping pills at night. Doctors were prescribing the heck out of me. and how I used to tell them, look, I can't breathe. There's something wrong with my breathing. And I was so uneducated, I didn't know that the drugs were really screwing with my breathing. And there's no way they could not have known, because these are doctors, right? These drugs affect your respiratory, they affect your heart, your lungs. There's no way they couldn't have known that when I was saying I couldn't breathe, that it was the drugs, but I didn't know that. So I can show you on a simple test with a tiny bit of a drug. I'll take, a half an Ativan or something, and you can see the results. And then imagine when they were giving me, trazodone, clonazepam, a couple trazodone, a couple clonazepam, and a couple zopiclone, and Seroquel, all at the same time for sleep. And you can imagine what distress that was putting me in. For years, they were giving me different drug combinations, multiples of each. And what distress, like literally, I was being tortured with untreated apnea and respiratory depression and sleepwalking and sleep eating. I want to demonstrate how drugs actually affect respiration. I would love to do that with a bit of Zopiclone or a bit of clonazepam, but those weaning off those drugs almost killed me. I don't think I could ever take those again. But anyways, I got to get out of bed and see what kind of a day it is. How are you guys doing?